This experiment is about the hardness of materials. Watch as I scratch my nail using a copper coin. Notice that the coin scratched my nail. This means that coin is harder than nail. Hardness is a measure of how well an object resists being scratched. If two objects are scratched against each other, the unscratched one is harder. Let us now test the hardness of 5 minerals: talc, quartz, fluorite, calcite, and gypsum. We will use copper coin to measure the hardness of these minerals. Use a coin to scratch talc. Notice that talc got scratched. Do the same to quartz. Quartz was not scratched. Next, fluorite. It was not scratched. As for calcite, it was not scratched. Finally, gypsum. It got scratched. We observed that both talc and gypsum were scratched by the coin. This means that talc and gypsum are less hard compared to the coin. Meanwhile, calcite, fluorite, and quartz were not scratched. Therefore, they are harder than the coin. Let us now scratch the minerals against each other, starting with talc and gypsum. Use gypsum to scratch talc. Observe the scratch left on talc. Now use talc to scratch gypsum. There is no scratch. This means that talc is less hard than gypsum. Let us now test the 3 other minerals. Use calcite to scratch fluorite. Fluorite got scratched. Now use fluorite to scratch calcite. Calcite got scratched. This time, use fluorite to scratch quartz. Quartz is not scratched. Use quartz to scratch fluorite. Fluorite got scratched. Among the 3 minerals, calcite is the least hard, followed by fluorite, and quartz is the hardest. German mineralogist Friedrich Mohs proposed a Mohs scale of mineral hardness. He tested 10 common minerals and arranged them according to hardness, with 10 being the hardest. Let us check where these 5 minerals are found in the scale. Talc has a hardness of 1, gypsum 2, calcite 3, fluorite 4, and quartz 7. This is a stone. If you want to know its hardness, we can scratch it against these 5 minerals, whose hardness we already know. First, use the stone to scratch talc. Talc got scratched. Use talc to scratch the stone. The stone is not scratched. This time, use the stone to scratch gypsum. Gypsum got scratched. Use gypsum to scratch the stone. The stone is not scratched. Now use the stone to scratch calcite. Calcite got scratched. Use calcite to scratch the stone. The stone is unscratched. Next, use the stone to scratch fluorite. Fluorite got scratched. Then use fluorite to scratch the stone. The stone is not scratched. This time, use the stone to scratch quartz. Quartz is not scratched. Use quartz to scratch the stone. The stone got scratched. Based on the results, the hardness of this stone is between that of fluorite and quartz.